I don't want to hear nothing, right? You're probably like, is this bitch drinking cold coffee in a Budweiser cup? I am. At, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is, but the sun is down, okay? February 26th, 2025, and I'm gonna be doing a February recap and favorites. Alright. I might have to turn this down. I just wanted something in the background because, like, I feel like I can talk better when it's Vinland Saga. Y'all probably can't tell because y'all only got a split of it. Maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. So, I didn't really think of doing one for January, but honestly, I didn't need to. January was a horrible month. I hated January. I definitely felt the January blues or whatever the fuck they call it. I hated January altogether. And I don't remember anything from it, and it was just a lot of doing nothing. Choco, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. You gotta lay down if you're gonna be up here. Okay? Yeah. Lay your butt down. Okay. The first topic and first favorite that played a major part in my February is fashion. So, I didn't wear pajamas at all this month, and I was actually prepping my outfits the day before, like the night before, you know? In January, I was more stuck and confused about my style and what I felt like wearing, and in February, it became more clear what I liked, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, last month I was just kind of wearing what was in my closet, and like I wasn't really styling any of it. I was just kind of wearing it, you know what I mean? But now I'm like actually putting like thought into my outfits. Honestly, I've been really into like the twee indie sleeves look. And I'm not saying that I'm wearing that, but I feel like my style's gravitating towards that, you know what I mean? I also really like buttons right now. Like, so the next one kind of goes hand in hand with fashion. They're all probably going to go together a little bit. Next one is discipline. Guys, this one is something I find very important and necessary, especially in my life. Like, some people, maybe not. But I think this goes for most people. But when I don't stay on top of my basic needs, like, everything falls apart. Like, I can't do things that make me happy. Like, I can't find or make time to do things that I want to do, you know what I mean? Ultimately, it just makes me feel like drained because I procrastinate, and it's just not a good feeling. Yeah, so like this month has been about routine and like getting that routine done quickly so I can like do things I want to do and like be a person with hobbies. You know what I mean? I've been doing full night routines, like on time, not doing them late as hell. Oh my gosh, why do y'all want to come over now? Why do I got two cats on my bed? Two big ass cats on my bed. Guys. Lay down. If you're gonna be up here. Oh, he wants to lay in my lap. Okay, come here. Come here, Vera. Come on. Oh, there you go. Okay. Alright. Anyways. So, yeah, I've been doing, like, full night routines. I've been prepping my outfits the night before. Prepping my room for the morning. And when I say that, I mean, like, I'm just not leaving my room a mess. Like, I'm making sure that I don't have any trash on my side table. Making sure everything's, like, in place for me to get ready in the morning. You know what I mean? And I'm waking up on time, or like somewhat on time. Waking up on time for me means that I'm waking up soon enough where I will be up on time. Like, I'll be ready on time, you know what I mean? Like, I wake up at 5 in the morning because I go to school at 7:20, but sometimes I wake up at 5:30 instead, and like I can still get ready and like be fine on time, you know? I'm really just making my life easier instead of like staying up late, taking a shower like half-assed, you know what I mean? Like there's a difference between like being able to like take your time in the shower and like fully like real self-care and just like getting in the shower, washing your body, washing your hair, washing your face, and being done. Like, when you like actually like want to do it, like there's just a difference when it's like you feel like there's a difference in feeling like you're doing it for yourself, you know what I mean? And you know, just like taking a shower and like going to bed with wet hair and like waking up with like a wet pillow, or just like things that don't make you feel good. And then like waking up late makes me feel horrible, guys. Like, I don't know. I don't think I've woken up late at all this month. Like, I've been on time to school every day. And or like picking, and then like this also goes into it. When you pick an outfit last minute and you don't like it, and like you don't have time to pick a different outfit, or like really you don't have time to pick a good outfit or plan an outfit in the morning because you have other things to do in the morning. So doing it the night before just really helps you out. And you're more likely to pick an easy outfit and like just wear pajamas to school. I think that's something I think that schools need to start enforcing more. They need to start enforcing that you can't wear pajamas to school. Because, like, I feel like that's more important than, like, shoulders or, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if people are up and having to, like, wear actual clothes and not just being comfy, they're more, they're more awake and they're more, like, I don't know. You feel a lot better when you actually get up and look good in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, then if you just, like, look like shit, like, you don't even want to be there. You don't want to get ready. You don't want to do anything. So having discipline has allowed me to start doing hobbies that I like more, which leads to my next favorite thing, sewing. I don't know if my video about sewing is going to come out before or after this video, but I have been sewing nonstop, and I'm literally, like, overflowing with inspiration, guys. Like, oh my gosh, sewing is one of the things that, like, when you start doing it, it gets easy very quickly. If you were to sew for a day, you'll be good at it. I feel like that, like, if you watch some videos, spend a day doing it, you'll be good at it. I don't think it's that hard. Like, maybe I'm just, like, not naturally good. Like, I'm just a prodigy at sewing, guys. But, like, I don't think it's that hard to, like, you're really just, I'm talking about sewing machine, by the way. I'm not talking about sewing by hand. That's a different story. That's some skill. Like, there's so many kinds of stitches that, like, you can learn, and it's tedious work if you do big projects. I'm talking about the sewing machine. Sewing machine's actually pretty fucking easy. And, like, I know, like, a lot of people don't have sewing machines. There's that one girl, I don't remember her name. She's a YouTuber who sews, and she sews all of her clothes by hand. I don't know how she does that. Good for her. That's fucking discipline, tedious, time-consuming work, but it pays off, and her outfits are cute as fuck. So fire. Look at how cute my kitty is. Oh, hi Velo. He's such a good boy. Since I'm sewing my own clothes, I just hit myself in the face. Since I'm sewing my own clothes, it's making me want to wear my clothes, and making me want to wear my clothes is making me want to get ready for school, and getting ready for school is overall ultimately increasing my performance. When my performance is increased, my mom is happy. And when my mom's happy, I'm happy. I don't know, I'm just adding shit. And when I'm happy, the world's happy. When I'm happy, y'all get videos. You know what I'm saying? Just overall, sewing is a great thing. Because I like clothes. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the next favorite is authenticity. And authenticity, I feel like, I wouldn't say authenticity has played a big part in my February, but it's more like being, I'm authentic always. You know, I'm always authentic. But it's really becoming a thing in this month. This is gonna be a long section, by the way, guys. This one's a little bit long. The next two, there's only two more, but the next two are a little bit long, guys. So probably about 2 or 3 weeks from when this video comes out, I was watching Emma Chamberlain while I was cleaning and redoing my room in the last video. I don't know if it's the last video, because I don't know the order of the videos that they're coming out. But in one of my videos that I made before, redoing my room, you should go watch it. She was talking about how you should be able to go 2 weeks without social media. And, like, I've heard of that before. Like, oh, you're addicted to social media. I know I'm addicted. I know I'm addicted to social media. Let me make that real clear. I am a fucking fiend for Instagram. And I don't know, just like the way she was explaining it, it was like, and I knew this was the case. It's like once you get off social media, you're gonna realize how it feels to not be on it, and like you're not gonna want to go back on it. Like, it's not like, I don't know. It's like, it's an addiction, but I guess it is an addiction. It's an addiction, guys. It really is an addiction. The way she was explaining it was like resonating with me, and like I was like, damn, she's right. And I deleted TikTok and Instagram real quickly, actually. And like, it's always been a thing for me that like, I'm somebody who's, I don't want to say, I'm extremely chronically online, like in the sense where like I know every meme, every joke in fucking existence, and I feel like I've made it a personality trait of me. And so I feel like if I delete Instagram, or I felt like if I deleted Instagram, I was like losing a part of myself and part of my identity. I still, 2 weeks, or I'm like 10 days off of Instagram and TikTok, and I still know like all these memes, and like I know more things than like the people that do. It's like small things. I think I just have a good memory. It's just a good time connecting a video or a meme to a moment being like, hey, you know that video where and I have to like, I'm basically just playing, what's it called? Guess acted out? What's it called? Guess who? No, what's like, Pictionary? You know what I'm talking about. Basically, I'm just like acting out and like explaining something. And then I show it to them. They're like, oh yeah, or they don't know it, and then they laugh. Like, it's just a good conversation. It's just funny. And like, I've made it a part of myself to know all these memes. So I felt like I was losing a part of myself. But for some reason, as I'm redoing my room, redoing my whole life, it felt like a good time to just like have a fresh start. And like, I just wasn't really caring that much. I'm like, okay, am I losing a part of myself? Is this part of myself of me liking memes and knowing all these memes, is that more important than the sacrifices I'm making being so chronically online? You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of a trade. I just made that shit up, actually. I was not thinking that, but I think that's probably what I unconsciously thought, you know? Instagram Reels and TikTok are the bane of my self-expression, my self-identity, my self-perception, optimistic mindset, my personal interests, and everything to ever exist ever. Like, although I love Instagram so much, I love posting, I love having my own profile that like expresses who I am or who I want to be. It really is just bad for my self-image, and it's also bad for my discipline. So if you're realizing, discipline, February, deleted, you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. I know I sound like one of those videos, they're like, oh, I detoxed from social media and it changed my life. But I really feel more like myself than I did before. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like, I feel more myself than I ever have in my life. Like, oh, I feel so real. I feel so authentic. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, I'm spending my time more wisely, honestly. Self-authenticity is something that I've always like cared about. I've always held that to a high standard in my life, and I always think about like, when was I the most authentic in my life? And I always think back to a couple years ago. I had a small Instagram account and I was going to my small school, and I would just kind of post what I liked, and like I still do, but I didn't have that third POV of people on the internet, you know what I mean? And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I was cringy, I was corny as fuck, but like, that's coming from somebody who has that third POV now. At the time, it was authentic as fuck to just like post what I wanted, and like I felt authentic, and it didn't matter. Like, I really just like didn't care at all about what people were thinking. And like, I don't like to admit it, but like I kind of do now. And I know it's just kind of rude to say, and every time I talk about this, I say this, but it's like I really just didn't care about any of the people that were seeing my things. And now I do care kind of about these people, but it's like, why? They're strangers. It's just it's a whole rabbit hole. That could be another video if we really wanted to. Like, I think everybody kind of feels that way. Like, they don't care about what these people think, but they kind of do just because they don't know what they're thinking. TikTok and Instagram Reels are like the biggest procrastination tool that I've ever used in my life. Like, I think everybody can agree with that. If you don't want to do something, you go on your phone and the time literally goes away. And then you realize you didn't fucking do it, and you've been on your phone all day. You realize you just did nothing all day. Like, and it doesn't feel like the day even went by. Or you just feel like I don't know, like, you don't feel like you were on your phone for that long, but you literally did nothing all day. Like, deadass did nothing all day. And, like, you don't want to do that. Like, ugh. So, basically, overall, me deleting TikTok and Instagram is why this video is even made. It's primarily why this video is even made. Why I've been sewing, why I've been disciplined, and why I've been happy in general, honestly. And, like, I don't know. I know that sounds kind of stupid, and I really just sound like those videos, but I can't. It feels refreshing, and this is coming from somebody who loves Instagram, guys. Like, I literally would post so much on. I would post so much on my story, like hella on my story, which goes into the next thing. Like, without being able to share all my fucking thoughts and like everything ever, bro. Like, oh, guys, I don't even want to think. Like, I'm starting to like get like. Like, it would get to the point where I was sharing every single thought. I act like I'm like a month away from this. I've literally been off Instagram for 9 days, but I just already knew it was a problem. Like, I'd be so stuck on my phone and posting all of my thoughts that at some point, like, when it would get so bad, I'd be like, bro, I feel like I'm stuck on my phone. So that leads to the next thing, which is being alone. So I know this is kind of ironic because it's February and like I should have had a Valentine. Honestly, I think that if I did have a Valentine, this month recap would have been completely different. But that is exactly the problem. I used to be like a very introverted person. I feel like introversion gets confused with being socially awkward. Sometimes it goes hand in hand, but not always. Like, when I say I was introverted, I mean in the sense where like I would just get socially exhausted really quickly. Like, I would rather be sitting in my room, chilling, relaxing alone than going and hanging out with my friends. But over time, I think that changed and I became more extroverted. And I think that's just because I'm a teenager now. But when that happened, like, staying in my room didn't become like a relaxing situation. I just felt lonely, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't being alone, I was just like winding down, I was just lonely. As a result, I would just kind of hang out with my friends a lot. And like when I got home, like I would just go on my phone and like text people on Instagram or post on my story or just like still communicate with people at home. There was a point of time where like I just needed to be around people. I didn't really need to talk to people. I just didn't want to be home. Like, I would just go to the thrift store all day, come home, go straight to bed, wake up, go to school, go to the thrift store, come home, straight to bed. Like, I just didn't want to be at home. I didn't want to enjoy my own company, honestly. I don't know. But we are past that 100%. But when I deleted Instagram and TikTok, I had to like rediscover what it's like to enjoy your own company and be alone without being lonely. I realized that like honestly, what made me feel lonely was social media. Like, I'm seeing all these people. It's just basic FOMO. Like, it's just basic FOMO, bro. Like, I'm seeing all these people hang out with their friends or just do things and, like, be out and about. And, like, bro, here I am in my room on my phone watching them do that. Like, you just feel inferior. You just feel like, bro, like, I don't do shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, like, depressing. And, like, I realize now how stupid that is to feel lonely over that because everybody goes home at some point. Like, everybody goes home and winds down, relaxes, goes on their phone. Everybody's got their own space. Everybody's alone at some point is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And if they aren't, then they probably feel just like me or felt just like me and didn't want to be home and had FOMO. And honestly, I really do think that redoing my room really helped me want to be home because it created a space that I wanted to be in again. I hadn't changed my room for a while and I had ideas of changing my room and I just hadn't acted on them. And when I finally did it, like, I feel so much better and like I actually want to be in my room. And it's because I feel like my room depicts who I am more now. And honestly, I'm just gonna have these black walls, bro. Oh my gosh. And it just also gave me a refresh. Like, my room wasn't messy. It was like an organized mess. Like, there's things that didn't need to be there. There still is. Like, all this stuff in between my desk and stuff, like, I don't need none of that. Honestly, that's just, like, my organized mess, but it's a different organized mess. So if you're feeling that way, you feel like you don't want to be home, you feel like you have FOMO, try staying off your phone a little bit. Think about things that you want to do. Watch a show, play the game, play Roblox. Everybody likes Roblox, you know? Like, even if you don't play video games, you got Roblox. Do a hobby, start writing, start drawing, start painting, start sewing, start thrifting. But just create a space where you can do things that you want to do. And I think it'll help. Okay, that's my February recap. I do want to mention a few things that I've been liking lately just as me as a person rather than by the month. I love ladybugs. I love buttons. I love Paul Frank. I love anime. I'm just pulling shit out my ass. I love Fugglers. Actually. I really like Stripes right now. I feel like I really resonate with Emma Chamberlain. Like, and not even like I was fucking with this shit like before I was watching her. Like, I was watching her talk about things that she likes, and we got a lot of fucking shit in common. Me and Emma Chamberlain are kind of tight. I love that little white girl. She's my favorite white girl, I think. You know? I really like my Spotify day list. Spotify gives you a day list, and it randomizes throughout, or it changes throughout the day, and it's based off stuff that you listen to. And deadass, it's been putting me on. Like, sometimes it does, sometimes it's fucking ass. Spotify, what is a geeky wizard Wednesday afternoon? Don't ever give me that shit again. But when you give me that British indie bullshit, it was like British indie jangle Wednesday morning. I fucked with that playlist. I fucked with that shit. Operelli got put on with that. Got put on with Operelli by Spotify. Thank you. Thank you. Squeezy loves Coraline. Squeezy loves leopard print right now. Honestly, I think I'm starting to not like leopard print. Like, I feel like I'm starting to not like saying I like leopard print. Squeezy doesn't like camo shirts. Squeezy doesn't like the idea of glazing. Glazing isn't real. Admiring is okay, guys. You can admire and acknowledge people's worth without it being glazing, okay? Squeezy hates lust. Lust, lust, lust. You know what lust rhymes with? Must. Dust. Crust. But those words, negative connotation, right? They all have a negative connotation. Just like lust. Take that to heart, y'all. Also, I'm trying to talk more because I realize I have a stutter and I don't know how I developed it, but I've been trying to speak more clearly. And I think it's because my brain goes really fast. Like, my thoughts go faster than my mouth goes, and I say something and then realize that, like, it's not what I mean. And then I stutter and have to change my sentence midway through. And I'm also starting to, like that, didn't want to say that sentence. Like, when I'm editing, it makes it really hard to edit it because I talk really fast. And do you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't edit it because the cutoffs are bad. Like, do you hear how I'm talking right now? Like, it's not, like, fluent. Like, it's not fluent, but I'm talking slower so that I can cut it better. You know what I'm saying? So, when I mess up, I just have to restart the whole sentence. So, yep. All right. That's all for today, guys. Thank you.